Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper here with the Shift Happens channel. Negative emotion. Wow, we're going to use that because it's actually very beneficial. We are so ingrained in thinking we got to think positive, we got to be positive all the time, and it's almost toxic, and I get that. Now, of course, we want to be in a positive state, but don't be afraid of those negative emotions. They are there. They are necessary. You have to have them to get to your end result, all right? We're going to talk about that and more, but before we do, go ahead and in the comments write, I am using my negative emotions to benefit me, all right? I am using my negative emotions to benefit me. All right, and always like, share, comment. If you want help manifesting and you want to learn how to do it with ease and fun and joy, you can go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. All the information is below in the description box. I love helping you. And you know what? This has really been coming up. I've been really talking about transcending those negative emotions with love and forgiveness, right? Because that's really been coming up in my coaching conversations. But here's the thing. Here's one other theme that's coming up. Again, we look at negative emotion like it's a bad thing. Like, oh no, we're doing something wrong. Now I'm going to have these negative thoughts and negative emotions. And now my SP's going. They're away from me. I have to chase it. No, you don't. Listen, manifesting has nothing to do with 3D or anything outside of yourself. It begins and ends with you. So if you're experiencing negative emotion, use it. Listen, especially if you're angry, you are really close to manifesting because you're getting to the point where you're like, darn it, I want it, and that's it, right? And so use that moment to really capture, because it starts to get your focus in, because before, sometimes when we're, I feel a bit positive, and it's almost like a fake positive, like you're really trying to conjure up the positivity. And then you're starting to get your vision all over the place, and you're really kind of soaking up, and you're at the conditions of 3D, and so you're going this way and that way. When you're angry, bam, you've got this tunnel vision where it's like, no, this is what I want. I'm tired of this. I want this, and this is where I'm going. And then everything falls away, and you get that vision to go directly into that, what you want, and no one's going to stop you. So that's why I really feel like those negative emotions are necessary. They are fun. That makes you, because you get to that end of the rope where you're kind of tired, you're frustrated, you're like, you might even say, this doesn't even work. But deep down, you just can't help yourself because you're like, I know it does. And that's okay, because you get so frustrated and angry that you're like, screw it, I'm going to do this. So why are we afraid of those negative emotions? Because I think too often we always think, well, gosh, we got to be positive all the time. Well, that's just not natural, normal, right? The negative emotions are there to tell you how to improve yourself, how to build your self-confidence, your self-concept, and develop and get yourself over to God and rely on God. Too often we take God out of the equation. That is the main process, right? Is, gosh, I've got a desire, I really want it, and then all of a sudden you're supposed to give it up to God and allow God to take care of the when, where, and how. But we get so nosy and we get so controlling. We like to get our little fangs into things and start really digging in and wanting to control it because we want it now. Especially in our society, everything's now. Dude, we're missing out on the enjoyment. The enjoyment is truly the journey, and I hate that I used to always get tired of this. The joy is in the journey, but it really is, okay? Because you're developing yourself, and how fun. Man, the more contrast you have, the stronger you are. If you take it on and you feel the feels and you go in with love and forgiveness and revise that story. And I've had other videos on that. I won't get into that now, but really that frustrating moment is actually so powerful, because that brings up that means you're fighting for yourself. You're like, no, I want this, and it makes you decide. So enjoy it, embrace it, allow it to take you on that road, and then you're able to give it up to God and allow God to take over. What a perfect partner, right? So we can't forget about our number one relationship is with God. Too often we're looking out here and all I hear is my SP did this and this and this and that and that. I'm like, what are you doing? It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. What are you doing to develop you, right? Are you getting involved in your life, or are you making choices and decisions based on where that SP is going to be, or what they're going to do, or who do you're trying to create this version of yourself that you think the SP is going to really love. How about creating that version of yourself that you love, that you enjoy? Because the minute you are authentic and you identify with that person that is their God self, you are so magnetic and so charismatic. Man, you're unstoppable. You are there, and a lot of times it comes out of anger. A lot of times it comes out of that frustrating moment where you're like, dude, I'm better than that. I'm good. You're gonna love me. People, and you just get to that point where you're like, no, I'm gonna create this boundary. And this is, and I'm gonna make more videos about boundaries. Boundaries, we often think, don't call them, don't do this. It's not anything to do with the 3D. It's not like tangible strategies you do. It's all energetic boundaries. And I can't wait to make a video about that, because it is actually really, really powerful. Because too often we're at the, what are my words? We always think about what would the SP like? If I do this, they're gonna really like me. If I do this, they're gonna stop it. How about be yourself and be that strong state, because that's who you are. And when you and that's where it leads you. It leads you to that frustrating moment, because when you're trying to be somebody for somebody else, you're not standing strong, and you're gonna reach that frustrating moment, which is excellent, because that way you can all of a sudden decide, I'm done with that. I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna do this. This is my end result. I don't give a damn what anybody says or thinks. Because too often, what stands in our way? It's not other people, it's what we think of other people are thinking. It's what we think other people will like. If we just act this way, they're gonna like me. If we do this, they're gonna like me. Oh, they're gonna really like me if I look like this, or if I'm gonna be doing this. I'm not saying not to self-improve, but remember what you're doing it for, right? Are you doing it for them, or are you doing it for yourself? When you do it for yourself, you're magnetic. And you have to trust in that. That's your God self, okay? That's how you attract. That's how you get people. And I hate to use the word attract, because that's not actually what we're here. We're manifesting. Like, this is it, right? So that frustrating moment, use it. But use it for you. Get tired, get angry, and then get after it, because you deserve it. You're doing it for you, not your SP. You're doing it for you. Remember who you're doing it for. And when you stand in your power, people are coming towards you. You are magnetic. Trust me, it works. But you gotta allow God to take it over, and you gotta use that frustrating moment to say, I'm done. And so I'm gonna create another video about boundaries. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. So go ahead and comment in the comments. What am I doing? What did I say we were doing? I got all involved. I start here and I kind of whoosh all over the place. But the main point is that you decide for you, not because of somebody else, a coworker, SP, or whatever. You decide. That frustrating moment makes you decide, and makes you go to that end, and makes you get that vision that takes you right exactly where you want to be, and you're not influenced by other people's thoughts, right? All right, that's power. All right. Comment, subscribe, share, like, all of those things. If you want coaching, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. We are going to have some fun. I appreciate you. We've got some great things coming up. So until next time, I love ya. Bye-bye.